Back in the days, one of the things that I did to develop courage and bravery is I would frequent these woodlands at nighttime. Now, I knew these woodlands, right? I knew them during the day, knew them pretty well. I was intimate enough with them, so it wasn't like, I was just walking into these woods that I had no idea. Uh, it was, again, it was sort of a training for training the bravery muscle in a smart way because, again, I knew these woodlands, so I was training them in a smart way. And so because I remember in those days, I really had a fear of the unknown. Okay. That was what it was. It was the fear of the unknown. And I told myself, well, what better way to face that fear of the unknown than to go into these woodlands, which were all just covered by trees. You couldn't even see the next step in front of you. So what better way to cultivate that aspect of your character, of the courage in facing the fear of the unknown, than to go into a dark place and with no flashlights and nothing, and just walk. I mean, you know the trails, although you can't see what's in front of you, but you know the trail. Like you know you know that it's going to turn left here and it's going to turn right here. You can sense it, right? And so I would go into this specific trail, one of my favorite trails ever. This was back in Canada, in the city of Hamilton, and I would do that. And so for the first probably 20 times that I did that, I was really scared, really scared. And I would walk in, and adrenaline would pump out, and whoof, and if you'd hear like a deer or something, just like a sudden movement, and I would just be like, shit, right? But I just keep walking. I just keep walking, and you could barely see. You could barely see in front of you. And I just keep walking, and I get to a place where there's less trees and a little more light, and then I would be able to tell that now it's time to go left. That's where the trail goes left. And I would do that, and the trail was what, maybe 20, 20 minutes, 25 minutes long, 20 minutes maybe. It led from where I lived to the university that I went to, which was McMaster. Beautiful, beautiful trail. It's called Coots Paradise. If anybody's in Hamilton, go check that out. And yeah, and then probably the first 20 times that I did it, I was just like really scared. And then after that, you adapt, just like you adapt to anything. You just begin to adapt. Adaptability kicks in. And because of that practice that I did, I, in many ways, lost my fear of the darkness also, right? And I've actually grown to quite love it. This actually is lately my favorite time of the day because it's so quiet. And it's serene. It's You can't see, but there's stars everywhere here, everywhere. This is literally like literally my house is right there. Like I walk out of my resort, and I do the walk here. It's beautiful. Uh, Here there's a cow. Also, just heard some cows. Stars everywhere. You can't see. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, you can see a little bit. Anyway, yeah, stars everywhere. Really beautiful time. Really beautiful time. And yeah, because I did that so much in those days, just to sort of develop that courage, bravery muscle, and sort of walk into the unknown. It's just kind of actually that really made me not be afraid of also taking risks and just kind of walking into situations, right? That at the time that gave me the courage to start YouTubing. Just put yourself out there and walk into the unknown and just face your fears, etc., etc., etc. Gave me the courage to start taking. No, wait. I think I already started taking cold showers. In fact, yeah, it was the when I started taking cold showers that I started to do this, more type scary type behavior just to train the courage muscle, right? Because growing up, like I was kind of a coward. In all honesty, like I always thought of myself as a coward, and so I thought I needed some bravery. I thought I needed some courage. And yeah, that was a fantastic practice. And ever since then, I'm not phased by the dark. I actually kind of like it. Like I said, I'm not really phased by the dark no more. I really am not. I will go to just about any place that's dark. The more trees, the more secluded, the better. Actually. Oops. Oh, here you guys can see me here. I thought I had the camera the other way. I really thought I had the camera the other way. It turns out here, well, there's some lights here. So, what I was saying, darkness is illuminating. Paradoxically, it helps you. It calms you down. It it's quite spiritual. I find the nighttime to be more spiritual than the daytime. Probably why I'm enjoying, like, I really enjoy meditating at night. I enjoy taking these walks at night. I really enjoy it. Now there was one thing I wanted to mention in regards to the darkness also. Oh yeah, so the most intense, absolutely by far, the most intense psychedelic trip that I ever had was a trip where I went to that same trail I was talking about, and I took 6 grams of mushrooms. This was 9:30 p.m. March 11th, 2017. Very cold day, cold Canadian winter day, -10, -15 Celsius, full moon. I didn't plan it like that, it just happened to be that way. And so actually, I could see the trail very well that day because of the full moon. I didn't go there with any flashlights or anything, but coincidentally, I saw everything because of the full moon. But at that time, I already was intimate with the trail, even at nighttime. So when I went there, it was just like, business as usual. And that was really, 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 really fascinating trip. It is absolutely the most intense due to both factors, due to, the dose being so high, but also this was the only trip that I did at nighttime. The only trip, and the energy of the nighttime is really quite different. And that was the time where I had a lot of things being confirmed to me. Like I had the whole, because I had my doubts about reincarnation and everything. And then in that trip, I was just saying for half an hour, sitting on a rock there, saying we are spiritual beings having a human experience. I was just saying that, saying that, saying that, like over and over and over and over. Then I went home and I called like everybody that I knew, and it was like 12 a.m. I called my friend, I called my sisters, and everything, and it was really intense, really, really, really intense stuff. I'll never forget that day. I'll never forget that evening, and it confirmed a lot of things for me because at that time I really had a lot of doubts about a lot of things, and I knew for certain that I am in infinite spirit in that night. I knew it for absolute certainty that I am infinite spirit. And the term, oh, is that Lucy? Lucy, even at nighttime, even at nighttime, huh? Even at nighttime, Lucy? So there's Lucy again, a regular guest on this show. Wonderful, wonderful Lucy. How are you today, Lucy? I haven't seen you today. How are you? Lucy? Lucy? Do you like the nighttime too? I know you like the nighttime. You're very bright, Lucy. You're very bright. She's actually a really bright dog. One of the brightest dogs I've come across. You come across a lot of them here in Thailand. And she is very, very bright. A very, very smart girl. And very brave, actually. Really brave. Okay, we got a motorbike coming there, so Lucy, let's get out of the way. Come here, Lucy. Take a walk with me. So yeah, I'll probably go home right now, do some meditations. Nighttime meditations are quite something, and they take on a character of their own. I find I could get more into that place in me, that eternity, that infinite consciousness at nighttime than during the daytime. And it makes sense, that the daytime energy is activity. I feel like I want to be active. I want to get on my bike. I want to go just be out there in the world. And the nighttime, I just get super like introverted, super inside, like just want to be alone. And I just want to contemplate the absolute. I want to be in darkness. I stay in darkness. As soon as it's nighttime, it's just darkness all around. Like I go to my place, it's just darkness. It's just I want to be in darkness, and in that darkness, you start to go inwards. You start to go in. So I just thought I'd share this with you guys. If you got a trail right around you, get intimate with it, and then start practicing. Maybe go there at nighttime, but go with flashlights. Be careful. Be cautious. Make sure there aren't any animals around that, like I knew that there was no danger because it was only deers, right? It was only deers, so deers will run away from you. Yeah, I'm gonna dig these beautiful stars. All right, see you guys later.